What's up, guys? My name is Gabe and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is the instant reaction to what is currently an Oregon 42 USC 27 game. There are 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Desmond Stevens just got yet another horrible penalty to end this game. We will get more into him in a second. If there are any Oregon fans here watching, congrats to you guys. Better team on the day. Congratulations on the win. So, am I upset with the USC loss in general? Yes, because I hate when USC loses. But I wasn't really expecting a win today. I certainly was not demanding one. This is a game on the road against a team that is more talented than you are. So the loss itself is not what has me so frustrated. This was a winnable game. Both teams are beaten to hell with injuries. Those for sure evened each other out. We had our chances. And the performance from special teams has pretty much cost us 2 wins now. Notre Dame and now this Oregon game. Not saying that we would have won the game if all that stuff didn't happen. But special teams didn't give us a chance. Ryan Doherty is the special teams coordinator. He needs to go. Lincoln needs to move on, and he needs to move on tomorrow. This was the worst performance I may have seen from a special teams unit in my life. And I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so I've seen a lot of putrid special teams play. But this was a different level. First off, we kick the ball out of bounds and get a penalty. Secondly, we get an illegal contact on a punt return. We hit the guy for no apparent reason. We then allow a punt return touchdown, a horrible punt from Sam Johnson, and our coverage unit nowhere to be found. This was the worst one of all. We leapt over the center on a field goal attempt that they doinked, and we gave them a first down that allowed them to score a touchdown. Desmond Stevens can't do that. That's one of the worst penalties at the worst times I've seen in a very long time. Unacceptable, inexcusable. And then we also missed a chip shot field goal. Sayeri's been so good, I have a very hard time getting on him about anything. Obviously, you want to make those kicks. But yeah, he missed that one. And what really showed me the biggest difference in this game, you look at Oregon. This is a team that is decimated with wide receiver injuries. Malik Benson is their #1 option right now. He's by far and away their best available wideout. He gets an unsportsmanlike penalty. Lanning pulls him off the field immediately and is laying into him, screaming at him in his face. And the kid's looking him straight in the eye, full respect, and Lanning keeps him out for like 5 or 6 plays. Desmond Stevens does the most egregious, stupid, horrible penalty I've ever seen at USC, and nothing. He doesn't come off the field. There's zero accountability from this coaching staff. And that right there is the big difference. When people talk about there being a softness around USC, it's that kind of stuff that people are talking about. Desmond single-handedly gave them a touchdown by doing what was a very selfish and dumb play, and there's no repercussions for it at all. They might have shouted at him in the locker room, but that was it. He was out there on the field the very next play. That to me is laughable and inexcusable from Lincoln Riley. He talked last week about Iowa being a culture win. That culture most definitely didn't show up today. Overall, I was proud of the fight. I was proud that we hung around as long as we did, and I was proud that we gave it our best shot. But this team has a lot of problems. And I don't think beating an Iowa team at home that literally can't throw a forward pass means that we've turned the corner and are suddenly a national title contender or going to be next year. And what we learned from this team is what we already knew. We're a pretty good team. We're not a great team. Jaden Maiava had a lot of good moments, but again, in these big games on the road, he's not good enough to get the job done. 2 more interceptions today. There could have been a couple more. He fumbled the ball. Overall in the day, not good enough from Jaden. He had some very good moments again, but not good enough to win games like this. King Miller on the day, 15 for 30 yards, and I don't even blame him for it. Our offensive line got 0 push, and the run game got completely dominated by the Oregon defensive line. There were some positives with the receiving core. Tanuk Hines finally had his breakout game, 6 catches for 141 and a score. Jacoby was a mixed bag, as he usually is, 6 catches for 108 yards, made some brilliant catches, but his unsportsmanlike penalty was bizarre and completely unacceptable. Chasing down the guy to try and get the ball back for no reason. No one does that. No one needs to do that. That was a very selfish play on his part. And Mekhi Lemon. He also made a couple big plays, but Oregon locked him up the same way that Notre Dame did and Nebraska did. He was double covered pretty much the entire game, and Oregon did a very good job of taking him away. So offensively, the biggest issue, we couldn't run the damn ball. Not worth a damn. Jaden had a few okay runs. And yeah, Jaden Maiava, very good quarterback. But like I said earlier in the year and got eviscerated for, he's not going to carry the team on his back. He's not going to win you the game you shouldn't win. And he's not going to elevate the play of those around him. He is a very, very good college quarterback, no doubt about that. But certainly not an elite player by any means. I know I talked about the Trojan special teams, but I got to circle back around to it. I've just never seen anything that poor. Not from one unit. Like, that was an Alex Grinch defensive equivalent. That first half was just, I don't even know what I was watching. I really don't. Kick out of bounds on a kickoff, illegal contact on a punt return, allowing a punt return touchdown, leaping over the center on a field goal attempt, and a missed chip shot field goal. My God, have you guys ever seen anything like that? And I am 100% Ryan Doherty out. He needs to go. He cannot be the special teams coordinator. I don't know what the hell they do at practice, but not even close to good enough. Special teams is the reason we lost this game today. And another thing about the culture, third quarter, we're down by 14 points. Defense is getting whacked at that point. Desmond Stevens shoots in to get a TFL on like second down, and he does this big home run celebration. That tells you everything you need to know about where the culture's at defensively right now. That's a terrible look. And again, the lack of accountability with him, particularly in this game, was outrageous. There were a few positives, only a few on defense. It was a pretty porous performance. We did get some timely stops. However, I feel like it was more due to Oregon's very sloppy play than it was our defense doing anything spectacular. Oregon was down to like their entire second and third team offensive line, even playing a fifth string tackle at one point. All their wideouts were hurt. It was a mass unit for the Oregon offense. But Kennedy Urlacher is certainly a player. He was bringing that physicality. He had an interception in this game as well, finished with 9 tackles. He had a few issues in coverage. Well, he's a box safety. He's not meant to be in coverage. He had to today out of necessity. But yeah, he definitely has some juice to him. But the play of the defensive line and the linebackers lumped in, especially against the run, this was a second, third, and fourth string Oregon offensive line. And our front seven got completely dominated. Jaden Walker, Desmond Stevens, Eric Gentry, Devin Tompkins, Crawford, Lucas, all of them. Their backup line, like double backup, completely dominated our starting defensive front because we're very healthy in the front seven. Noah Whittington is 19 carries for 104 yards. Jordan Davison is 13 for 50. De'Aaron Hill's 4 for 28. And also, I got to credit Oregon because there were a lot of USC fans getting on me because I was praising Dante Moore, calling him an NFL quarterback. He is. Like, I don't know what more you want me to say. The ball placement is insane. You saw it on that touchdown to Sadiq, which, by the way, Kenyon Sadiq, goodness gracious, that dude is a freak. 6 receptions, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dude was all over the place. Absolute stud of a player. But yeah, Celis Williams came back down to earth and had a really bad first half. DeCarlos Nicholson had yet another PI call where he just doesn't get his head around. So this defense is what we thought they were, for sure. Piss poor in the run game and slightly below average everywhere else. So I'm not upset at the loss. In my heart, I thought that we could win. I thought that we were going to win at certain points. But if you just looked at this game logically, there was no football reason for USC to win this game. Oregon's the much better team, much more talented team. And as we saw today, they have the better culture currently as well. Which leads me to the big, grand Lincoln Riley conversation. His continued neglect of special teams. The top-level organizations in the National Football League have special teams coordinators, and they take it very seriously. John Harbaugh of the Ravens, his specialty is special teams. It's extremely important. It can win and lose you games. He continues to neglect it. We don't even bother trying to have a return game. And in this game, it cost us big time. It really did. Desmond Stevens committing a huge penalty and not being removed from the field. No accountability. Desmond Stevens making a TFL down 14, defense getting blasted in the second half, and he thinks it's a good time to do a home run celebration. Like, guys, what are we doing? We shot ourselves in the foot so many times. Stupid penalties, not playing complimentary football. The loss isn't the problem. The loss to Notre Dame was not the problem. The loss to Illinois was inexcusable, but losing to Notre Dame and Oregon, those two teams are better than we are. Now, is that a problem in itself? Yes, but that's a different conversation. The problem here is that it's the same movie every single time. Every time we play on the road, Jade Mayava has turnover issues. We take egregiously stupid penalties. And more often than not, we don't find a way to seal the deal. I don't know what it is about the road, but we're just not good enough. Ryan Doherty needs to be removed as special teams coordinator like now. He can't come back. That was just a pathetic performance and an inexcusable one at USC, especially coming off the Notre Dame game. So playoffs are over. I predicted us to go 8-4 to start the year. I'm telling you right now, this is the most USC thing ever to lose next week to the Bruins, so we need to be locked in. We need to be focused because, yeah, they're terrible. They were in 06 as well when 13-9 happened. The Bruins do weird shit at weird times, so that's not a game we can take for granted. But that's obviously a conversation for a different time. What we learned will be out Monday. If you guys did happen to enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate you guys being here. You're all awesome. And as always, take care and fight on.